Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. So in this video, I would like to talk about the candlesticks and some basics of candlesticks. And this is going to be the series of videos. So far, I'm not sure how many parts, maybe 4 or 5 parts of the video series. And I will talk about not only how to trade by candlesticks, but also the history and how it was invented and how it was introduced, the technique was introduced to the world in Japan originally. So as a Japanese trader myself, I feel such an honor to be able to share the information. So I hope you enjoy the series of videos and learn something new about the candlesticks on this video. So I created a slide. So this is going to be part 1. Who created the candlesticks? Do you know who created the candlesticks? Maybe a hard name. If you Google search, then I think the name will pop up. But let me do more precise on exactly who he was and what kind of background he had until he come up with the candlestick techniques. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, so here is the history of the candlestick. Candlestick technique was created by Mr. Munehisa Honma, or you can call him Sokyu Honma, either fine. But today, on this video, I will do it as Munehisa Honma in Edo period, early 70s in Japan. So that was long ago. The candlesticks techniques was originally created by him, and this is his picture. And he was the most famous and successful trader back then. So he was not just a creator of techniques, but he himself was a great and big successful trader back then. And then based on his experience and based on what he was seeing among the markets, he came up with the idea of these candlesticks that we see nowadays. So, and I will talk about more deeply about this episode also. And then candlestick technique was used for rice trading in Dojima, Osaka. So he established his techniques in Dojima, Osaka. And back then, Dojima, Osaka was the hub of the business and trade. So it was really big. The market was really big. And every day, the market opens, closes, and lots of traders were there on the market field, and they trade, exchange the rate and between rice and some vegetables to money, and they were doing some trades back then in Osaka. And he himself was not originally from Osaka. I will tell you in a minute where exactly he's from, but he became very famous and successful in Osaka Dojima. So he was trading rice back then mainly. And to get more deeply, let me move on to the next slide. So about Munehisa Honma, he was born in Sakata City in Yamagata Prefecture in rich family. So if you don't know where Yamagata Prefecture is in Japan, I have a map here. So let me give you an idea of what the city looks like and where it is. So here is a map. This is Google map, and this is the map of Japan. And if I just zoom in, then you see this red dot circle. This is Sakata City. So if I zoom in more, then you can see that the Sakata City is here. So hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. Well, actually, this is in Japanese, but here it says Sakata. This is Sakata Station. And also, if I zoom in more and more, then you can see here, this is Honma family previous house. So this is one of the historic places, and you can also visit there and touch some history of how Honma family was doing their business. They were very successful, first of all, among their businesses within this particular city back then. And Munehisa Honma was the third boy. So there's a oldest and second oldest, and then there was him. So this is one of the very rich families back then in Japan. And Sakata city is really beautiful. I visited here long ago in Yamagata Prefecture, but the nature is so beautiful, and you can see mountain, the contrast of the mountain and city and lake, and this is right next to the sea. So you can enjoy lots of seafood and also, of course, rice. So it's really nice city. Well, if you have a chance to visit Japan, I recommend you to visit Sakata city as well to touch the history of the candlesticks and also their businesses too. But coming back to the main topic, so he was born in a rich family, and when he was 16 years old, he went to Edo, which is currently in Tokyo, to explore himself for business opportunities, then met trading. So his father was a very famous businessman back then, and he was wealthy. And he went to Edo, to Tokyo from Sakata city to study business in general. But then there he met trading. And after returning home, he told his father about trading, but it was rejected as father thinks it's not a proper way of doing business. So I think I heard the same word from my father too. My father is not really not like trusting or believing trading. He thinks trading is like a gambling, and I think lots of people think like that. And no exception about his father too. So he didn't really like what Munehisa Honma was trying to do in trading. So then story goes on. After his father passed away, he started trading rice market, then made big profits. So back then he wasn't using the candlesticks. He was only looking at the numbers every day, and he was trading based on the differences of the prices every day in terms of the rice market, and he was buying cheaper and setting higher price, and that's why he was doing his trading basically back then. So he wasn't using candlesticks at this point yet. But to dig it more deeply, so this is very kind of like a struggle history of him, and I think this is interesting for everyone for you to also think about. So I took a memo also besides this slide. So after his father's death, the oldest son took over the business. Then soon later, he wanted to retire, so he sent his son for business training outside of Sakata city. So again, there were 3 sons. So Munehisa Honma was the youngest, and the oldest took over the business after his father passed away. And then later, the oldest son's son uh, was going to take over the business. So the oldest son actually asked his son to train outside of the city. And then Munehisa Honma, was temporarily running the business until his oldest brother's son comes back. Okay, so he wasn't just a trader. He was also running business. He took over the business temporarily and trading at the same time. So he was sort of like a part-time trader back then, but he was still able to make huge profits. So he get funded from that business and traded rice market, then made big profits while running businesses at the same time. Then the son returned home and he had totally different business ideas. I mean the son had the totally different ideas from Munehisa Honma and plans. So his son actually kicked out of Munehisa Honma from the business and also from the family. They were very like fighting like each other. So they separated totally, completely. And plus the son invested most of the asset Munehisa Honma has earned into public services. So Munehisa Honma was a trader also. So based on what he earns, he wanted to reinvest and make more profits. As we say nowadays, he wanted to compound the profits until it grows big enough so that he can also explore new business opportunities and maybe business in Osaka or Tokyo and some other cities. But the son was against it, and instead he invested most of the asset into public services in Sakata City. So just by hearing this story, I think the son seems to be stubborn, but I think how I feel is that I think the son and also his father had love towards the home city. So he wanted to contribute to the home city, and also he wanted to preserve some historic places and trees and ocean. So that's how his son was investing. But Munehisa Honma himself was an investor, and he was more he was a trader, and he was more focused into trading and making bigger profits. So that's why they were not, coming along. So then he means Munehisa Honma went to Edo, Tokyo, to do trading again, but he lost very big. So he had some asset, of course. So he went to Tokyo, but then he failed very big, and he said he lost almost all his money. He got broke. So he returned to Sakata City again. Then after get funded again, he went to Osaka, then made huge profits. And this trading experience or proof in Osaka made him so famous. So like I mentioned here, then the biggest marketplace was in Osaka back then. Osaka was said that it's a kitchen of the world in Japan back then. So Osaka was the hub of a trade and hub of the businesses back then. So he went to Osaka with ambition and took another opportunity. Again, he made successful profits, and it said, according to the history, I have read some historic book and also looked up some articles on the library, and back then he made about 10 billion USD dollars. So that's how he was so successful. I mean, this is, I think, more than successful. So yeah, so that's why he was very, very famous back then. So funny thing is that because he was known as the most successful trader in Japan, and of course back then there is no PC, there is no phone, but almost all the people in Japan knew about him. So that's how famous he was back then. So funny thing is that there are some songs even about him, and let me introduce two songs. The title of the two songs, and one is like here, songs about him: Shiny Sakata, Cloudy Dojima, Rain of Rice Drops in Edo. So he's originally from Sakata City. So he makes big returns to Sakata City. So it says Shiny Sakata and Cloudy Dojima. Dojima is center of the trades. So every day people make profits and people make losses. So kind of Cloudy Dojima, and Rain of Rice Drops in Edo. So the rice that was centered from all over Japan once get together in Dojima, and then they go different regions. And one of the biggest regions was to Edo. So so Dojima, from Dojima, rice goes to Edo. So that's like the rain of rice drops in Edo. So this is one of the famous songs. I never heard this song before, but according to the article in library, it says like this. And second song that's famous was Cannot Be Honma-sama, but at least want to be Tono-sama, king of a country. So sama means like sir or mister, or like when you meet some teacher or when you meet someone superior, then we say sama to someone in Japanese. So people thought that the I cannot be Honma-sama, but at least I want to be Tono-sama. Tono-sama means king of the country. So that's how famous he was. And I heard there are a couple of other famous songs about him. And so that's a little bit of history about him and his backgrounds and how he ended up with Osaka Dojima and created candlesticks. So Dojima was a place where he invented the candlesticks. So for this video, I think I will finish, and on the next part 2, I will talk about Dojima itself and some basics of the candlestick patterns that Munehisa Honma introduced to the world. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will continue to enjoy the next part series on this candlestick series. So again, thank you very much everyone for watching the video. If you liked it, please press like button, and see you on the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much. I hope you become a non-losing trader. In Ichimoku community, I share the original knowledge of Ichimoku. In KTS Academy, I share my original strategy, including risk and psychology management. In GTS, I mentor your trades and follow up one-on-one closely for the 3 months. Take a survey to find out which course suits you the best. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you liked it, please press like button and please subscribe. And until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. またね。Thank you very much.